welcome to Prosper Channel TV. Here we give you the latest updates of Nigerian news. Thank you very much for subscribing to this channel. If you have not, please kindly do so by pressing the subscribe button. Thank you very much once again. God bless you. Just wipe our future away. Nigerians react as President Buhari requests for another $513 billion loan. Today, Nigerians were moved at the new request President Muhammadu Buhari has made to the Senate to request for the approval of fresh external borrowings totaling $513 billion. In the letter read by Speaker of the House of Representatives during Thursday plenary, President Buhari had announced to the House members that he needed the funds for 2020 budget deficit, financing of critical projects, and for some states of the Federation. Recall the National Assembly had recently approved a loan of 850 billion naira for the federal government, while another amount of $22.79 billion, which has already been approved by the Senate, is pending before the House. March this year, the Senate had raised an alarm that if President Muhammadu Buhari got approval for the $22.7 billion foreign loan requested at that time, Nigeria's total debt profile would stand at a staging 33 trillion naira. The Deputy Chairman of Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debt, Senator Mohammed Inege, had pointed this out while delivering a public lecture organized by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies. Unfortunately, the reality met on ground, including the required infrastructure and the calculation of other debts which has been accumulated between 2006 to date, unfortunately did not show any correction, he observed. While querying the huge loans collected but having nothing to show for it, the assemblyman asked, what do we have to show as a people for these huge debts accumulated over the last 4 decades or so? Just last month, April 2020, the Nigerian Senate had approved a fresh 850 billion naira loan at the request of President Muhammadu Buhari to fund some projects in the 2020 budgets. The lawmakers, as usual, gave isolated approval to the president's request to raise the loan. It therefore came as a shock to Nigerians today that President Muhammadu Buhari would request for a fresh external borrowing to the tune of $513 billion. Senator Løån read out a copy of the letter from President Buhari soon after a closed session that lasted for 1 hour 10 minutes. Nigerians have gone to the social media platform to view their anger and dissatisfaction on the plans of the federal government to continue borrowing. In 3 months, the Nigerian administration has borrowed almost $30 billion in loan, as seen on the breakdown, and according to the citizens who voice out their opinions, there have been nothing to show for the loans collected. All right, somebody said their federal government received $3.5 $5 billion loan from IMF. Federal government received 850 billion naira loan from capital markets. CBN marketed 3.5 trillion to support SMS cooperative organization, donated 43 billion naira. Federal government received $311 million from Abacha's Løån. EUF donated $600 million to Nigeria, and Mr. Integrity is President Muhammadu Buhari, yet Nigerians are dying of hunger. All right, somebody said there, I love it when I see my northern brothers who are not blinded and actually know the truth. You are speaking real truth here, brother. Okay, somebody said, don't believe these people. They will always want to borrow. Borrowing is in their name, and that is what they can do. All right. You can recall that in March 2020, Senate approved 22.79 billion loan. In April 2020, NAFs approved 2.36 billion loan. In May 2020, Buhari has gone back to ask for another $5.5 billion. 3 months, that is equals to $30 billion loans. This has taken into consideration. No, this has not been taken into consideration. The other loans collected over time. Okay, Nigerians are still speaking. This one said China government will seal up this country one day. Next Nigeria president should get ready to pay Buhari's debts. Sani Abacha saved billions of dollars for Nigeria, but Buhari is saving debts and problems for Nigeria. All right, somebody said last month they told us that Nigeria made billions from crude oil and made another billions from Nigerian customs. I beg, where are all this money? All right, somebody said, yeah, what happened to all the loot collected from people and Abacha and money donated to the government to feed the citizens? What is wrong with this country itself? Okay, somebody said, yeah, doom and corrupt government so far in the history of Nigeria. Okay, a good father will only left good inheritance for his children, but a bad and wasteful father who does not care for the future of his children will only leave debt and hunger, frustration and division for his children. That is where we found ourselves as a country. All right, somebody said, yeah, nah, criminal be that man. He needs to be stoned to death. Lifeless president. Okay. What happened to all the money he has been receiving within the country? Not to talk about the one America returned to us. Is this actually the way up, he asked. Okay, somebody said PDP are thieves. They are criminals. We must boot them out. In fact, we are prepared for this Perry government. If PDP remains in government, this were the problem we are going to face. The turn of the APC propaganda machinery. So many Nigerians fall into this trap today. Nigerians are far now. APC governments have doomed the future of this country. Another level of borrowing and looting here. Okay, somebody said there, I blame Goodluck Jonathan for all these loans. I blame him for President Muhammadu Buhari not doing well. I blame Goodluck Jonathan for the problem and challenges this government has to face. Who else to blame? I hope nobody will blame God for giving us this wonderful president. All right, somebody said this country is at mess. Okay, so hello viewers, what's your take on this? These are Nigerians' reactions to this. Don't forget to leave your opinion below the